Excuse me. Come on.
We're all looking now to see how you sit.
I'm very demurely going to press my knees together.
Legs together.
I'm more disturbed about blokes who refer to their genitals as the boys.
Yeah.
I thought that was
a worry.
Really a worry. The boys are back in town, really? Oh. Anyway.
Never spread, then?
No, I never spread.
No. What about on the plane? Do you take both arms?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I don't. Do you believe him?
No, I don't.
Never known a man
you look
yet
nice and neatly compact.
I'm very compact.
Yeah.
We're really excited to meet you. I would love to hear about Limbo Land.
OK, well, Limbo Land is a show that I toured around Australia and New Zealand last year, and it's now going to be on tour in this country in October, and then all around the UK, and then I'm going on around Europe next year, and then back in the UK. So I'll be on tour till next July.
And do you change any of it? Sorry.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, go on. Go with her.
Well, you mentioned that...
I remember this show. It's like been in a pincer attack. You go in that way. You go. No, you start with Andrew.
You said
I'm not ignoring.
You're in Australia. Do you change the act at all? Because obviously you've got a different audience in Australia and here and then in Europe. Or is it pretty much the same?
It's pretty much the same. I mean, I think that audiences now know what to expect when they come to see my shows, so they're really savvy as to what the comedy will be.
Yeah.
I mean, it slightly changes. There might be the odd bit of politics or current affairs which makes its way into the show, but pretty much the show is the same everywhere we go.
OK.
So
now, Nadia.
I'm sorry, hang on, I'm just going to do my spin. So, Nadia,
I was just wondering, the Limbo Land.
Yes.
Why Limbo Land?
Well, I think what it was, I started to write the show, and I wrote this routine, and it was something that happened to me, and it was like a holiday which went a bit wrong, and it struck me that there's a kind of quite a fertile comic ground of the gap between our expectation of how things are going to work out and how they actually are. You know? And so I wrote this story. Then I found there was another story that was exactly like that. Where something went. I went for a massage, and.
Ended up.
And no, I went for a massage, and I put the hairnet on, and I put the robe on, and the massage, the little hairnet things. And
I don't think that's supposed to go on your head.
Hang on. Well, you've just explained what happened then, because.
We're not being very good today, are we? Forgive us.
I was wearing these things on my head.
Never steal a comedian's punchline.
And I was in this robe, and the masseuse came through the door, and she opened the door, she went, like this. And she went, no, you have to, because, as you say, it wasn't a hairnet at all.
Sorry.
It was disposable underpants. And something which she's never recovered from.
Maybe let's talk about smoking instead.
All right, then.
Maybe she had to go outside for a fag afterwards to recover.
Because you're doing
Stoptober?
Stoptober. Yes,
Right.
that's correct. Yes, it's this national campaign to try and get a mass quit. So get a lot of people to sign up to it, and it's a kind of the idea is that there's an app and there's lots of ways that people can be supported, and because it's like giving up is a hard thing to do. It's very tough.
It's so hard. It took me 3 or 4 times to give up, and I think it's really good, this campaign, because you're not into just telling people how awful it is and how bad it is. There's not a soul on the planet that doesn't know how bad smoking it is, and actually, it is it's one of the hardest things to give up.
It is.
So
yeah, my wife smoked very determinedly for many years, and it was very hard to give up. And and I can see, I saw firsthand how hard it was. So
this is the idea, is just to give up for a month.
That's right. No, the idea is
Whole of October.
the research from Public Health England says that if you give up for 28 days, if you give up for a month, you're 5 times more likely to give up for good.
Right.
So the idea is if you can commit to a month of not smoking, then there's a good chance that you can actually knock it on the head permanently.
Okay. Well, I'm not drinking
your
for
wife
September.
about it when she did smoke? Did you sort of keep going on about it?
Yeah, well, it's hard. When your partner or spouse smokes, you have to be supported. But after a while, you can say, "Come on, look, come on, just give
Stab it out loud.
How hard can it be?" And that's not really what they want to hear.
Now, we did a thing earlier about eBay and auction sites and all this sort of stuff. So we decided to look you up to see if there was anything of you that's on eBay.
Well, am I on eBay?
You are. Did you know that you can get an autographed picture of Bill cooking? You can buy it now for £4.95. Did you know that you can buy a Bill Bailey mask? Buy it now for £2.90. And most interesting, you can buy a sealed Sunday Times magazine from 2013. Currently £1, 0 bids.
Look, it's
says
there we are.
Japanese erotica.
Oh, it does, yeah, that's right. Crossed
There
out.
we go.
Do you know what? I'm very glad you haven't found the most embarrassing thing, of course, which was the underpants with my face on them.
Lovely.
So I'm very glad you never found that.
Yeah, it was a lunchtime show, Bill.
Oh, thanks, Sam.